Wetherspoons boss Tim Martin once made a heartbreaking plea as to why Brexit must be completed for the future of humanity, unearthed accounts expose. Mr. Martin is known across the globe as much for his pubs as his views on politics and particularly Brexit. Throughout the referendum discussion back in 2016, Mr. Martin championed leaving the EU in order to support British producers, and as such made a vow to use non-EU products in his pubs. But following the Leave campaign's stunning 4 years ago, Mr. Martin explained in 2017 why the vote was so important. He told the Irish News, "It's nothing personal, but I think that democracy is essential for the future of humanity," which sounds slightly dramatic. Democracy is essential, and the problem with the EU is that it's becoming less democratic. So it's got 5 unelected presidents, a court which is not subject to any democratic control, and a mock parliament, in my opinion, whose MPs who can't even initiate legislation. Legislation can only be initiated by unelected commissioners, so I don't think it's democratic, and I think that eventually causes huge problems, as you saw in Greece and with the very high levels of youth unemployment in the south of the EU. His comments came around the same time as he appeared on the iconic BBC Radio 4 show Desert Island Discs. During his appearance, the publican made another shock confession after admitting exactly why he opted to not appear on the BBC's coverage of the referendum during the night. Asked by the show's host Kirsty Young whether he was shocked at the result of the referendum, Mr. Martin said, "I was pretty surprised. This is an egotistical story, but I was asked to be on David Dimbleby's referendum show and I dipped out at the last minute because I thought we were going to lose." During his interview, the Norwich-born businessman was quizzed on the impact the Brexit vote would have on his business. Ms. Young pointed out that Wetherspoons employed thousands of EU workers and that this could have an effect on his firm. But he silenced the presenter by explaining that by welcoming EU workers you don't have to give democracy away. Initially, Ms. Young asked, "I am interested in the fact that you have 2,000 or 3,000 people from the EU currently working in your business. I thought, I'm not going to be there and say, yes, the best man won.